So my name's Alexander Pierce. I originally come from South Africa, Cape Town. I now just recently joined Instruqt. I am the lead product designer, which basically is all about design and making sure the product is along lines of business value and meets user needs. So my goals going forward are making sure that that's always happening and that anything we do is driven by the business and by our users. And then I'm going to hopefully build a team that reflects that sort of philosophy and helps us build good and better products. To be honest with you, I'm pretty simple, easygoing. I struggle to not say what I'm thinking, so you'll probably be in safe company no matter what. I prefer people to just be honest and share with them like as they are. My favorite thing to do is drawing, right? I would rather go home and draw and doodle or write something down than go to a club. That's really the worst thing I can think of doing. But I like drawing weird things, I like drawing wacky things. It also is a great way to hide your lack of skill. Every drawing, no one's got hands, so it's that sort of stuff. When I was deciding career-wise what I want to do, what I want to study, where do I want to go, I actually didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to draw all day. So that led me to making sure I picked the easiest subjects to pass at high school, dropping everything else and going and studying in the creative field, and I focused on advertising. So I jumped into art direction and graphic design, but I eventually became quite disillusioned with it. So I didn't like the environment. I thought that the work, we were basically creating fast food, and I just thought there must be something better and a better way to use my skills. At the same time, I also observed that the best campaigns and the things that we built and things that we made that worked the best were the ones that focused on human insight. So that understanding of people and everything we build, everything we make became really important to me, and it kind of motivated me to push from just pure creative to more creative with an academic sort of understanding. So that pushed me into user experience, and I just slowly added to my skill set. So I became UX writer, then I took on user interface design, building design systems. From there I moved more into a full UX role, working through the whole flow, making sure the ease of use was there, our user needs and user goals were addressed. And then I got an opportunity to work very closely with a product owner on a complete redesign of a product from almost a hidden beta to a live version. This really inspired me. It brought me closer to business, made me push more on business value. Why are we doing this? Making sure that that product happened. So that's how I kind of ended up in product design, and then I got a job of user experience manager at that point. And then from there I moved over here so I could build a team and work with even better teams and people. So at Instruqt, the working style is a hybrid model. There's one mandatory day where we go into the office, and then there's a secondary day where it's optional, but a lot of the team comes together on that day. Work from home days are great as well, so it's Monday, Wednesday and Friday are work from home days. And they like having that mix gives you a nice reprieve, so you don't get stuck in like, oh, I've got to go to the office today. So it breaks that up, gives you space. It gives you space to interact with people and be fully extroverted and engaged, and it gives you a nice place to recover and then be introverted and focus. My personal preference, I don't have one. I like to come and go as it pleases me. So, and I think Instruqt offers that as well. Well, my typical day is quite, it varies. So my role has a lot of different responsibilities, and then different projects and the different time in the process equal to different activities. So a couple of examples could be, if you're kicking off a project, I might come into work, I'll join a stand-up with the dev teams, make sure that whatever they're currently working on, there's no block for design or anything like that. And then I will move on to my next project if that is a kickoff. So then starting a project, I'll start it with a product owner, and we'll hash out what sort of problem we're trying to solve for our users, how we know it's a problem, make sure that any data that we're going to use is actually correct or pushing us in the right direction. So we hash out the problem, we hash out is this valuable to us? How is it going to affect our business? What sort of value does it bring? Those sorts of things help us prioritize as well. So we hash all of that out. And then it can be working out kind of what we don't know. So what assumptions are we making? What are risks, a risky assumption. So if we did go on that assumption and build on it, it would lead to, it would be a waste of time and money for us. So that's really important to figure out first. So do sessions, generally it's like collaboration sessions, it's talking to stakeholders, working with them. If we move past that point, maybe we now need to go and validate all of that. So it's interviews with users, it's talking to our clients, it's understanding what their needs are, what their pains are in pertaining to that problem that we're trying to fix. To see if it's even a real problem in the first place is also usually a good idea. Then there's solutionizing. You basically, now that you understand that problem better and you understand what's going on, you now need to go and see how to best solve that. So as a product designer, you could do that on your own. I enjoy running ideation workshops and stuff instead. So I may do one of those with the product owner or devs, or maybe even a client or a user. It's just a good place to the best ideas come from other places, so you should always be open to that. So that's why I prefer the workshops. It's usability testing, so if we have built something, it's making sure that someone can use it before we spend money on actually developing it. Or it's moving pixels around and actually making your beautiful UI or visual design. So it's a cool role. You get to talk to a lot of different types of people and do a lot of different activities, and I think the lack of routine is actually what makes me enjoy the role. There is no best part. It's a long process. It's not a moment of satisfaction now, it's the whole thing coming together at the end. There's no one role or responsibility or action that you do that's really, really awesome. It's how it all comes together at the end. Because you know, if I really loved user interface design, then that's what I would go and do. So it's very specific, but design is a very long process, and I just like all of it at the end. It's making things that works for me. I think the most important thing to build a team is to be a humble leader yourself. You don't want to build a team if you are insecure and you can't take feedback, or you think you need to be the smartest person in the room. Ideally, you want to build a team of people that are smarter and better than you, so that you can push them all to make the better thing that you couldn't do on your own. So I would guess that good people and good chemistry back and forth is most important. If what we build meets the user's needs and is valuable to our company, so brings us in more money, more clients, whatever our goal is at that time, then I know that I did a good job. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to deliver on those two main things.